Hello folks, in this video I will show you where you can make 15 to 27 an hour online with perhaps one or two things that you can do. You don't require insight for these. You don't must have a telephone or make any sort of calls with clients or any such thing. Manage no clients straightforwardly at all. You needn't bother with a lot of anything to apply. You can decide your own schedule, and you can albeit additionally do this for some nations overall. So where you need to go is accomplice.com. This is organization that works in interpretation, confinement, and transformation for 250 or more dialects. They commonly have many work from home gigs accessible. This is particularly great assuming you maintain that something should do as afterthought. You have an additional say 20 hours per week or something to that effect, so you have an extremely extensive rundown of occupations and things that you can do from home. Yet the thing you're searching for, I will go more than three primary ones that you ought to take a gander at. So first is Pursuit Quality Rater. Now you have these accessible in various dialects, a variety of nations. So assuming you truly do Control F into Search Quality Rater, you'll see that they have India, the S, another in India, Japan. So one or two areas for this one. And with this specific gig, you're in a real sense simply ensuring that Google and other web search tools are working appropriately and that you are assisting tidy up any issues with them. So for this you have specific errands that you need to finish, considerable lot of which don't take extremely lengthy, and afterward you have a venture supervisor will refresh you week by week on your presentation. You additionally take randomized month-to-month confirmation tests, which closely resemble typical rating work on the off chance that the tests are bombed. However, you will be eliminated from dynamic rating and need to requalify. Would it be a good idea for you wish to rejoin the program? So you will actually want to set your own timetable to meet week by week objectives. Anyway, you're ready to get support from venture supervisory crew during business hours. So in the event that you want assistance, it must be during those hours. Yet you can in any case set your own timetable and essentially work when you need. So you'll work remotely. Again, the nation and language will shift contingent upon which one you apply for. At least 10 hours of the week as long as 25 hours. You likewise need to begin quickly. Work obligation, work type W2, part-time representative. So you're not a self-employed entity, you're a genuine part-time representative. You get compensated at regular intervals every other month by means program, direct store, bank move, or actual check, assuming you like, and you can likewise do this for quite a long time or have a chance of doing it significantly longer. You likewise can't accomplish more than each of these in turn, so ensure you pick the one that checks out for you. So prerequisites for this: familiarity and English for the other language you might be applying, and comprehension of mainstream society in the nation you're applying, and should be committed exclusively to each of these projects in turn. Should not have momentum or past involvement in promotions. Quality rating should be the only one your family doing this too. Web sagacious, ready to work in a speedy climate. Phenomenal internet-based research abilities, dependable PC framework, and web association. Dependable enemy of infection programming, as you will ride the web as a component of the work. Capacity to adhere to guidelines in English and conform to the task chosen. Rules expected by the client. Should consent to a non-revelation arrangement to safeguard client privacy. How about we pass preparing in a thorough quality test planned by client prior to beginning work, and 4-year college education or comparable work insight, so you can have possibly one or something to that effect. Yet you don't actually must have it as possible that one explicitly, so to the extent that something simple you can do there. Likewise, recruiting right away, so you can presumably begin immediately. Likewise, remote guides, quality pillager. This one is a model from Canada where you will be communicating in English. And again, you can go do Control F and afterward go down to Map Quality Rating. You'll see that they have a ton of these accessible right now. You have Australia, Canada, Singapore, joined realm, USA, France, Germany, and Japan. Bunches of better places all over the planet where you can really apply for this at the present time. So any place you are unsure, your nation is on there. So this one is more, it's very much like you're taking a gander at fundamentally web maps like Google Guides or something to that effect, where you're essentially making your rating in light of the electronic devices to assess online guides, and you can assist with molding the fate of neighborhood maps and be important for the import and worldwide venture. So you can work 10 to 20 hours of the week and set your own timetable. Sign up reward is likewise accessible. They maintain that you should begin pronto. This one is independent, it's not part-time. With this one you really want familiarity with anything language, should be as of now situated in anything nation you're applying. Coordinated and independent, ready to work remotely autonomously, capable capacity to adhere to directions in English and conform to the task rules expected by the client by consenting to a non-exposure arrangement to safeguard client secrecy. Should breeze through a thorough quality assessment planned by the client prior to beginning work. Should be the main individual from your family to function as guides, quality bandit, and whenever you join Relocalize, they have the chance to carry your vocation to a higher level, so you get consistent pay. Long haul association from home, proficient advancement. You work on various tasks that will help you learn and develop. Work in multicultural global group, 24 hours 6 days 7 days. Support from the local area group is accessible for for you too. To wrap things up, you have the promotions quality rater. So suppose I maintain that should do a Google decipher so I can truly understand this, yet they have these kinds of gigs in various nations, various dialects. Not really good or bad for promotions quality plunderers. They have right now Netherlands, Germany, Japan, South Korea, Latvia, Poland, and spots appreciate that are accessible right now. Again, they will have contingent upon when you check various nations all the time, various dialects. They differ constantly contingent upon what season you check, yet this one is independent remote rather than a genuine part-time gig. Yet with this one you're assessing on the web promotions, so you had one that was tied in with assessing endlessly indexed lists and web search tools. You had one that had to do with online guides like Google Guides or something to that effect. You additionally have this one which is currently promotions, so you take a gander, advertisements and search perhaps promotions in virtual entertainment, relying upon where you are nevertheless internet-based promotions. You are evaluating them and essentially utilizing online devices to rate promotions and web crawlers in view of explicit task details, so you are helping shape the eventual fate of the web. 5 to 20 hours of the week. Extra energy. The board variable as per the intricacy of the assignment is pay promptly is the point at which they believe that you should begin independent. Employed project worker is what you will be. They maintain that you should be conversant in whatever language, distant area, any place you are applying. Generally excellent information on the language that is required. A web keen and ready to work in a quickly changing climate. Dependable PC framework and stable web association. You want capacity to adhere to directions and language that is on here and comply with project rules set by the client. You'll likewise need to consent to a non-divulgence arrangement to keep up with classification and breeze through an assessment of the language test, a learning program, as well as severe quality check by the client prior to beginning the occupation. So the remainder of this we've currently sort of been over that of what the things they proposition. And that yet these are all a few exceptionally simple things that you can get. Now likewise, once more, if you have any desire to find their professions, all you got to do is go to wellocalize.com and go down to vocations at the extremely base under about we limit, go to investigate, we restrict professions, and afterward go to investigate, we limit open doors. So whenever you've done all that, you'll wind up on where their work postings are. You can sort it by area. You can likewise go down to the independent segment, which is for the most part where what I'm showing you at this moment. So you have interpretation, restriction, translation, and testing. Then you have independent and organization, open doors. This is regularly where you'll find a ton of locally established temporary positions like I've been showing you, to the extent that what resembles to work here presently. To the extent that pay goes, you're generally taking a gander at 15 to 16 bucks an hour for a hunt quality looter. You're normally taking a gander at 27 bucks an hour for a guides quality expert. Around 22 bucks an hour for an advertisement quality rater. Now you can take a gander at compensations here and see these numbers. A portion of these are on here, some of them dislike. For example, Maps Quality Examiner. The issue is they let you know the amount you would make in a year, so assuming you partition that by 2080 you get your hourly rate. Currently again, you won't work all day, so you presumably could never make 56.0 per year, yet you could make 27 hour for 10 to 20 hours per week, and afterward you only sort of do that with the gig you're taking a gander at. Advertisement commentator, another fundamentally an advertisement quality rater rodent, somewhat less. You're taking a gander at around 22 bucks an hour, and afterwards search quality rater. I didn't see on here yet, regularly 15 to 16 an hour for that one. To the extent that surveys for we limit, they have a strong rating, 3.6 out of 5 stars. Generally speaking, and advantages are not exactly going to get benefits since you're working either part-time or independent. Ideally this was useful. Remember to buy and click the notice ringer on the off chance that you need all the more day-to-day recordings like this one. You can tap connection in the YouTube video depiction to apply, and I'll see you in the following video.